and you're ready for a short break at work. You decide to see how 3 of your friends are doing. You see how Yukio's Halloween in Japan is going, how Denming's job in Singapore is, and how Maddie's birthday was in Australia. Your short 5-minute break is over and you're back to work. How did you accomplish all of this? Facebook. Facebook is a resource that is overused by the underage, but not utilized as the great tool it is by other generations. Today, I would like to share with you why you should use Facebook, how to use it effectively, and how to maintain your privacy. So I use Facebook for a lot of reasons. As I had mentioned in my previous statement, I have friends around the world. I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have spent a significant time abroad and have friends and family in other parts of the world. But maybe it's a little too costly or the time difference makes it really difficult to stay in touch with them. That's the great thing. Facebook makes the world feel smaller. So in an instant, you can find out how everyone is doing. While the world keeps getting busier and busier, you can stay close to the people you care about. Now on my page, I love to post a bunch of pictures and videos. So if I don't get to talk to my family for a week or more, they know how my life is going. They can see the places I have visited, and they can see the silly videos that my husband and I come up with. Another great thing about Facebook is birthdays. Facebook will tell you when every single one of your friends' birthdays are. It'll even give you an update on the day of, so you can go and wish them a happy birthday. In the past, I had only called my family or been called by them when our birthdays came around. Facebook has changed all of that. In fact, this past birthday, I got notifications or wishes from people from elementary school to my active duty days and in college, all telling me happy birthday. It was really touching. So Facebook has about 250 million users, so I'm sure you have a friend or family member on there already. While there are a plethora of reasons to use Facebook, there are many ways to get overwhelmed in the Facebook experience. How to maximize your use of the profile is something I'd regret not covering. First off, who here has a pet? Great, great. I love my cat. But who here wants to look like their pet? Or maybe the first image that comes up when someone thinks of you is of your pet? A lot of people post their profile picture of a pet, or of scenery, or of a significant other. The best image for you to have is a picture of your face close up for a profile image. It helps people feel closer to you, recognize you instantly, and when they think of you, the first thing they don't think of is Mr. Fluffy or Ms. Sandia Mountains. Also, if you have maybe a picture you really like, but there's a bunch of people in there, it's best to edit and crop it so it's only yourself in the image. You don't want people thinking they're writing your significant other or something. Now, when you're on there, I always encourage writing your thoughts and expressing yourself, but it's a really good idea on the website to keep it positive. Let's say you have a really bad day, and right when you get home, you rant and you rave about the job, about the boss, about traffic, and maybe your husband or wife. Then, an hour later, you're calm and relaxed. You forgot about the whole thing. But that posting is still there for the world to see. While it feels good to express maybe frustration or sadness on the website, it's better to stay positive. You don't want people thinking that you're miserable or looking for some sort of attention, or even worse, the people you're talking about reading the post. It's best to keep it positive and productive. Now, a lot of people throw a lot of information out in images and thoughts, but they might never know that anyone has read it. That's why it's always a great idea to comment on the thought or image that they have provided. This lets them, or even simply clicking the like button, This lets them know that you have stopped by. While you didn't have time to call them or email them, you're letting them know that you were thinking of them. Another thing I like to do is write engaging questions to see what kind of information I get back. It's a lot of fun. An example of this would be, what's your favorite season? Mine is fall. Or, what's your dream vacation? Mine is Greece. Posting questions like this can help you learn a little bit more about your friends and engage people into writing with you. Now, we're throwing a lot of information out there about ourselves, so some people may be concerned about their privacy or their safety. As a matter of fact, that might be why some people never get a Facebook in the first place. So I want to share with you some ways you can protect yourself on the website. First off, there are 2 ways you can have a profile. You can have a public profile, which the entire world can see, just like YouTube usually is, or you can have a private profile, which only your friends can see. The majority of Facebook users have private profiles. Also, let's say that you have casual acquaintances or coworkers or bosses that you don't really want to know your personal business. The great thing is you can customize which each person can or cannot see. Now, one thing I recommend you do is you block all the games on Facebook. A lot of people spend a really long time playing games such as Farmville, Yoville, or Mafia Wars. While these can be fun, they tend to take away, in my opinion, from the whole point, which is socializing and keeping touch with people. So you can block these games, and you can block the postings to your profile. One thing I think is really important that you do as well is do not post where you're traveling if you're going out of town until after your return. Majority of homes are robbed by people whom the homeowners know, so it's always best to protect yourself and your property. Also, remove your phone number and your address and your email from your page. I had an ex-boyfriend who looked up my best friend's page, saw her phone number, and started texting her like she was his best friend. Needless to say, she took her information off right after that. So today I've showed you how you can personally use Facebook, how you can use it to its maximum potential, and most importantly, how to protect your privacy. When I like to get on there almost every day, and when I'm done checking out how my friends are doing in Japan, Singapore, and Australia, I might write a comment about myself. Right now, that comment would read, "I have just finished giving my speech to my fellow Toastmasters." I hope you would read this comment and click the like button.